What is up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. I'm tired. I'm not used to doing this yet. So last couple weeks I've been I'm mentally slow right now. Okay, it's 5:30. So last couple weeks I've been waking up kind of like 8 o'clock, around there, 8, 9, and then studying in the morning, and then going to the gym at like 12-ish to 1, around that time. The problem with that is it's summer now, and this gym that I've been going to by my house has been really, really crowded at that time, except on the weekends for some reason. I think it's because the majority of the people that come here are like college age or high school age, so when they don't have school, they come here. So during the week, there's a lot of people here. Like when I used to come after class and stuff, it was around like 11 or 12-ish, or like in between classes kind of shit. But yeah, I got a lot to update you guys on since the last video, but we'll do that a little bit later when I'm like conscious. But the main purpose of this video is to kind of explain to you guys how to wake up early. I have a lot of experience doing this. I used to work, some of my friends and stuff know this, and people that are close to me, people that watch my old channel. I used to wake up every day at literally 4 a.m. for maybe like a year and a half, 2 years. Because I used to work at a gym, like kind of like this one. It's not too far from here. And I used to open every morning, and I got in the routine of doing it. It wasn't that bad, not gonna lie. I'm a very good morning person. Like I can wake up really early and be okay, and my brain will work fine later once I get used to it. Obviously, since today's my first day kind of doing this, I'm not too sharp yet, but yeah, I'm trying to get back to doing this because I get a lot more done when I wake up early, because there's not a lot of people calling you and texting you, even scam calls and shit like that. It's kind of like the time you're kind of just, it's easy to lock in for lack of a better word, at like 4 or 5 a.m. Because it's, I don't know, you kind of just feel like you're in a little movie because it's dark. I don't know, it's like a little win for the day, as what's his name would say, Jocko Willink. It's easy to carry yourself into other parts of your day once you have this little early in the morning win. So yeah, we're giving that a shot today, waking up early. Also, my MCAT is coming up June 27th, so that's a big day for me, and that's pretty early in the morning. Well, that's at like 8 a.m. I think I'm supposed to be there at 8, but I'm gonna get there at 7. The start time's 8. We're supposed to get there like pretty early. So I wanted to get used to being up early so that when I go take the test, I'm not like groggy and like, oh, it's 7 or it's like 6 a.m. I'm fucking tired. No, I'd rather be sharp and ready to go on that day. So that's like 3 weeks from now. So I wanted to give myself ample time to get used to that. And we're about 3 weeks out from that big test. I mean, I've been studying for it for about, like 6 months now. It's a pretty hard test for those of you who are unfamiliar with it. Those of you who are, know it's hard. It's to get into medical school. And then I still got to work on my application, which is another whole talking point and thing I have to do. But we're not here to sit here and talk about everything I have to do today and the next coming weeks. We're here to work out. Good workout. I didn't film too much in there because it was pretty crowded, actually. I gotta take this thing off. So I need a fucking haircut. I gotta go hit up my boy Josh to get a haircut. Like ASAP. This shit's way too long. Maybe today, actually, I'll see. Because I'll probably have extra time later than I usually don't have. But 7:05, workout completed. Okay, so yeah, workout completed. I'm gonna go home and shower and such and get to studying. But in the meantime, I got my protein bar to eat. All right, there we go. I'll switch over to the better camera. Oh. Get a move on because I'm spending a lot of time just talking to myself in the car and sitting around. It's already 7, so I'm supposed to be studying already. And I didn't really account for time to go home and shower and eat, which I need to do because I don't want to sit there and study and be gross. But it's already 7. I'm not even awake by now, so we've already worked out and such. So productive day. But I was thinking about putting the roof down on the way home to get a little bit of sun, but it might rain. What did I say? Literally started raining, like already. 2 minutes into the drive. Fucking raining. It's a good thing I didn't put the roof down. Is it weird that I feel like I could study better when it rains outside? Because I don't feel like I'm missing out on spending time outside. I don't know if that's just me. And the gym's the same thing. My first gym I ever went to was a YMCA, and they had a lot of windows. And when it used to rain, I always felt like I was in a fucking Nike commercial. Because I'm like, oh, I'm in the gym, it's dark and gloomy outside, and I'm like lifting weights and stuff. Might just be me, but it always felt kind of cool. I don't know, I've always kind of liked the rain. Unless you're camping. That sucks. But I'm pretty gassed, not gonna lie. I have half my energy drink left, so I'm gonna use that. I am going to text my friend Josh and see if he can fit me in later. Well, he has an app, never mind, I'll use the app. But anyway, I'm feeling good so far, but I already know what's gonna happen because this used to happen to me all the time, is when you wake up really early, you're like wide the fuck awake at like 7 to like maybe 12, 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, and then you get kind of tired later on. So that's why I'm saving like my kind of passive studying for later, just because it doesn't take as much like mental energy as like doing practice questions might. So that's my plan for today. I'm gonna do a bunch of chemistry and physics practice questions is what today is. I need to put that on my calendar. I keep forgetting to do that, which you guys probably saw when I was on the stair climber. I was looking at my calendar trying to see what day it was, and then I was doing Anki flashcards. Because what I decided to do is I schedule my study days for specific topics. So like yesterday was bio and biochemistry. So today is chemistry and physics. And then tomorrow's cars, I believe. And then Thursday is Psych Soc, and then Friday is my mock MCAT, which I'm a little nervous about, but I've taken a couple already. I'm just a little nervous because it's been a little while since I've taken one, because they take a lot of energy out of me, to be honest. I know there are some people that say you should take one like every week approaching your test, which I'm gonna do in the next couple weeks. So like this week I have one this Friday, and then I have one next Friday, and then the Friday after that's my actual exam. So I'll probably take one this Friday, next Friday, and then the following, like, Monday or Tuesday. And then the real one will be the real one. I'm also hoping maybe I'm not sure what I'm going to do later, because I can either go get my hair cut or I can work on my personal statement. But we'll see. Because I'm having a hard time writing my personal statement, to be honest. I'm going to chime in a little bit later because it's kind of boring and I know that you guys can hear that. So
about the cash flow, I never had no handouts, just came natural. I've been testing so much, all these wrestlers nice, all these different situations that I've been through. I seen pain trying to creep in through the window, but now I'm sliding through the hood in a Benzo. You gotta.
alright, everybody, it's been a while. Not that long, actually. It's been, what time is it? It's 9:30. We got some studying, and as you guys saw, there was a big thunderstorm that happened when I got home from the gym, but it's kind of just gone now. Like I don't know how to show you this, but like it's kind of just like completely gone. Fucking Miami for you. But yeah, we've just been studying. I just finished maybe like 20 chemistry problems. I wrote down some stuff to review that I need to review. At this point in my at this point in like my studying, I'm pretty much just like getting better at applying concepts, not necessarily learning new concepts, but I am forgetting stuff. Because like this test is so big content wise, I do feel like I have to go back and review things just like that I've already learned, just because of how much info. Like the best way I could explain it to somebody that like maybe doesn't understand what I'm talking about is like imagine a bucket full of water and you're just trying to shove more water in there and it's already full, so like you forget stuff as you learn new things and you have to constantly review so you can remember stuff. That's why things like mnemonics and things like that are really good for this kind of test. But yeah, I'm still feeling pretty good. I know I've been awake for a couple hours already. This is 9. I've already been awake for 5 hours. Still pretty awake. Kind of hungry already, which is weird because I had a banana when I woke up and then I had a protein bar after the gym. But yeah, I'm already kind of hungry, which is concerning because I'm not going to eat till lunch till 12. So I'm going to have to eat another snack or something. Oh, and I scheduled my haircut because your boy has like fucking too much hair right now. Yeah, so I'm gonna go see my boy Josh, get my haircut. He is I think he's still in barber school. But I'm gonna go see him at his job so he can cut my hair so I don't look like a bum. Yeah, maybe I'll spend some time outside today because it actually looks super nice now that it's not raining and such. But yeah, we're still studying. A little bit of a boring day, but boring days are what make you, you know? Sometimes you're not always going to be having fun. Not every day is a beach day. Not every day is a workout, eat Chiptole, and hang out day, you know? Sometimes you got to study for 4, 5, 6 hours, and then that's just your day. But it is what it is. I'm enjoying it. Enjoying the process, honestly, just because it's almost like training for like a physical event is the way I could put it. Is like it's like training for a marathon kind of, because one aspect of it is learning how to take a 7.5 hour test, like being able to sit down for that long and try to stay focused the whole time, which is something I struggled with a lot initially. I had to like figure out how I could get myself to study and focus for like long periods of time, because like even in like college and stuff, I didn't sit down for 8 hours to study. I would sit down for like maybe an hour or two and I'd get a lot done. Because I didn't really do that many, you can't really do like a lot of practice tests for college, you know? Like they don't give you the exam like a night before and be like, hey, use this one, or like an old exam. I didn't get any of that shit. I know some kids at other schools got old exams. I wish I didn't get old exams. I just got like some classes I got a vague idea of what would be on it, but a lot of them I didn't. But anyway, I mean, I did do a lot of practice questions. That's a great way to learn for anybody that's might be watching us who's like a STEM major or like physics, for example. Physics is probably one of the classes where reading the textbook and doing a shit ton of practice questions really helped me. Like, I was struggling in the beginning, and then one of my last classes I ever took in college, my last semester like of college, was physics 2, and I started out not doing too well, and then by the end of it I ended up getting like the highest grade in the class because one, I demolished the final. Like, I remember distinctly, like the week before I graduated college, we got like our final grades and everything, and he gave us the test, and then there was like a little bit of bonus points on the exam that you could earn to help your grade. And I got like an 138% or something, where the max was like at 140. So I literally just like, my grade went from like a C, like a B minus or something to like an A, and like one, because the final was like 30 or 40% of our grade. But I mean, I barely slept for like 2 weeks for that test. Like, I was in the trenches for that exam, but I did well, and I'm happy. I was more excited about that than graduating. I remember getting like a little Canvas notification on my phone, and like running around the house. I was like, finally, yes, let's go. But then I got a letter of rec from him, from my professor, because I was always in his office hours bothering him. But yep, so we're feeling good so far. Waking up early does make me a lot more productive. I've spent a lot less time on my phone than I typically do. That's something I've been kind of struggling with, to be honest. I mean, a lot of us probably struggle with bullshitting on our phone and TikTok and stuff. What I decided to do, which has helped me, is I thought about uninstalling TikTok altogether, but like me and a lot of my friends send each other stuff. So I just took it off my home screen, which has helped me a lot. Like, I have a social media like widget, or like a little box up here. Wants to focus. You open that up, and it has like all the social medias. I took it out of there, so I can't just like instinctually click on this and like open it. I have to like go look for it. And TikTok's probably the main app that I waste time on, procrastinating and whatnot. So I moved it. So now I have to like search it, which is a concept. I kind of talked about this earlier a little bit. You can do this with like kind of anything you want to quit doing. Is just increase friction, which is like an aspect that works both ways, right? So if you want to start doing something like productive, like let's say you want to go, like you're not really into the gym, but you want to start going to the gym, you want to decrease friction for going to the gym because it enforces a habit. So like, let's say, for example, I don't necessarily do this because I don't have a hard time going to the gym anymore, but like, you could like lay out your clothes or like literally put on the outfit, right? So what I used to do when I worked at the gym is I would wear my dress, like my clothes for the work or whatever, and then I'd put my I'd bring my clothes with me to work out in, and after work I would just change and work out. But the days that I didn't work, what I would do is I would lay my clothes out. Like, when I first started working out, even before I worked at the gym, like when I was like younger, I would lay my clothes out for the gym like the night before. So you wouldn't even think about it because you're already like, oh, the clothes are here, they're already laid out. You'd have to go out of your way to avoid going. Or just things like that, like maybe just preparing stuff. Like, if you're going to study, for example, if you have like your notebook and your pen and your resources out, and you've blocked out the time, you're just reducing friction. Whereas if you want to like stop using TikTok, for example, you increase friction. You can make it like, oh, now I have to go search it up to make it harder to do. Or like, if you have like stuff in your house you don't want to eat, like cookies or candy and shit, put it on like the top shelf or something. Because then you still have it and you have the option of eating it, but it increases the friction of it, if that makes sense. Because then you have to like distinctually think about doing it, and you have to make the decision to actually do it, and not just like grab shit and do stuff. And it's a lot easier to do that way.
different choices these days. Do a rock and roll legs account of Blueface. The whole world know my name off a mixtape. I still got the same brothers since 6th grade. G-Wagon red seats, we on Biscayne. Trips to the Florida Keys, we imported these. Thanking God for the life he afforded me. All this jewelry on my body, I could like the hood. I need a brown skinned chick just like Megan Good. Holding up every promise that I ever made.
Artlist.io.
This is serenade. Been rapping 10 years, boy, this ain't a phase. I paid dues, paid rent, and I stayed the same. I had teardrops running down my face. I've been through a lot, I had real pain. But thank God, cause we really on a better days. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risk
Music
a lot
licensing
of different things just to live
reimagined.
this life. This life down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. What's a life without sacrifice? Sometimes you gotta thank God and just roll the dice. Pacino.
Artlist.io.
Bag secured. I got my brother food too. Let's go. There's a lady that works at this Chiptole that always hooks it up. She was there today, so I'm excited to eat this. I haven't had this in a bit. You know, there was that meme going around the internet for a bit about people, let me roll the windows down. Actually, I'm gonna keep them up for a little bit so the audio's okay. People going to Chipotle and Chipotle like robs them. You get like no food. This one is pretty consistently good because the same lady does most of the pickup orders and she hooks it up. But if you come here at nighttime, which my girlfriend used to work at Chipotle, so I found out they don't want to make fresh food, so they give you way less fucking food at nighttime typically. Which is the case at least at this one. They give you like half as much food as you get for lunch, which I mean, I get it. I've worked food service, it sucks. But me personally, if I'm gonna pay like 20 bucks or like $18 for food, I want some damn food. I'm a big dude. I worked out this morning, I'm hungry. The problem with waking up early is honestly what I've noticed so far is the sleep schedule. Not the sleep schedule, the eating schedule. Because I ate at like, I guess what, like 6:30, so I'm like starving now. It's been like 6 hours since I've eaten. And I don't want to end up eating a ton of food just because I've been awake for a long time. My family usually eats dinner kind of late, so I don't know how that's going to work into this. But we'll see. Actually nice out. Miami's such a weird place sometimes because if you guys have never been here or haven't lived here or just somewhere in the South, like Florida area, sometimes it fucking rains, and when it rains it like floods effectively, and then like an hour later it's like beautiful because apparently it's 100 degrees outside. It doesn't feel like it. I don't know why. Well, here, Miami, what makes a big difference is the fucking UV index. Because the UV is probably, I don't have my watch on, I left it at home, but the UV is probably like a 4 or 5 right now. And it makes it not that hot, but sometimes, like, I remember, like, me and my girlfriend went to the beach on Sunday. UV index was 10, and it was like, we were cooking. Which is why I kind of have, like, a little bit of a tan right now. For me, at least, I have a little bit of a tan. I'm gonna work on that a little bit, you know, because I know depending on where I go to med school, I might not have access to tanning, but we'll see about that. Hopefully I could stay in Florida. I've been looking at a couple schools in Florida. Obviously FIU because it's right there, but I don't know if my stuff aligns with their stuff, you know. Plus it'd be cool to see like a different change of pace, different city. I've traveled a lot. I have a humongous video I have to edit and put on the channel eventually. It's from like a year and a half ago. Me and my friend drove from where I am now, Miami, all the way to Eureka, California, which is like almost Oregon, and drove back, but from a different way. So we went all the way from here to Arkansas, to Colorado, to Utah, to California, and then we went from California down the coast to Arizona, back to Texas. It took like 3 days in Texas, which was great. I love Texas. And then came back to Florida. It was like 100 hours of driving and like 10,000 miles or something. But I have an enormous amount of footage of it. I just need to put it together and put it out eventually. Something I haven't gotten around to. But yeah, I'm hoping I can stay in Florida for med school because I like Florida, honestly. South Florida is getting a little expensive, so if I have to move out, it's going to be really expensive to stay here, honestly. I was looking at FIU is one up there with my choices. UM's awesome. There's a school called OCOM. It's an osteopathic medical school in Orlando I've been looking at. They have a lot of really interesting facilities. They have a podcast studio, which is really unique for med schools. And they have a podcast I actually watch on occasion. They have it's a really new school. I think this year's their second class. So I'd be like their third class if I got in. I've been looking at their school a lot because they have a new facility, and it's in Orlando, so it's not like a huge change of area, but it's like far enough away that I'm in a different area, but close enough that I can come down on holidays for Christmas, Thanksgiving, and stuff, and still be with the family, but be like secluded enough to study, you know, which is kind of what I'm looking for. I'm not sure why the camera stopped recording. It just does that. I have to think. It's probably a setting for how long you can record. Because I know it gets kind of hot filming on 4K. But anyway, like Nova, I was looking at Nova because they have a campus in Davie and they have a campus in Tampa. Either of those would be good. Good options. FSU too. Looking at FSU. UCF is kind of an enormous school, so I'm not too sure about UCF. But I looked at that. FSU, probably one of the bigger universities I've looked at that I'm really interested in. And then out of state, there's a school in Texas I looked at. There's a lot of osteopathic medical schools I looked at. One of them was in Montana, which would be really cool, but really far, and a completely different weather and time zone. But it'd be a really cool experience. Montana, I've heard, is beautiful. I didn't get the chance to go up there on my trip, unfortunately, because of the snow. The national park we wanted to go to was closed. Well, you needed a snowmobile, and obviously, I live in Miami. I don't have a snowmobile. Some other schools, like in North Carolina, there's Wake Forest, very nice school. There's a bunch of other schools I was looking at. My list is kind of long, so we'll see where we end up going. Hopefully we get in somewhere, honestly. I honestly just want to go to a school that can make me into the kind of doctor I want to be. And whatever school I feel like can do that is a school I want to go to. Of course, there's other factors like the area, because you have to live there as well. So there's a lot, but I like a lot of things. So I mean, it wouldn't be too hard for me to enjoy an area. I've traveled quite a bit. I mean, I've been to most of the 50 states so far. I mean, I'm missing most of like the mid, not the Midwest, like the Northwest. I haven't been too much to. Like I haven't been to Iowa yet. Montana, obviously, I haven't gone. Oregon, Washington. Some of the northern states I haven't been. I've been to Utah. I like Utah a lot. And Colorado was awesome. Colorado is really cool because it's like you have like a city, and then like an hour out of the city, there's like these crazy mountains and hiking trails and biking trails. It would be nice to go somewhere that had seasons, though, if I'm being honest. But a lot of Florida has completely different weather than Miami has. So, we'll see. But anyway, I'm going to enjoy my drive. Get home, eat some food. Well, we're going to go see my friend Josh, get my haircut, and I'm probably done studying for the day. I'm probably just going to do some flashcards, maybe. If that, I'm burnt out. I'm tired now. It's hitting me. The predicted 3 o'clock crash is hitting me, but let's go get this fixed.
Never make a home on the road. You'll always sell me more.
Alright, fuckers! I'm kidding. So, we just finished up the haircut. It was hot as hell in there. The AC was out, but we know we got a little taper going on with my boy Josh. He's pretty new into barbering. I think barbering's the right word. But he's did a good job. He's getting better and better every time I see him. From Miami, check out my boy Josh at Miami Clippers Family Barbershop in Homestead. Let's see how far this drive is home. 29 minutes. All right. I will see y'all there. Bye. Well, we're all home now. It's 6:25, so it's officially the end of my productive day. I am very tired from waking up early this morning. We're going to do it again tomorrow and continue the grind for the MCAT. I hope you guys liked the video so far. Note to future self, good luck with everything. I decided to make this video after watching some of my really old videos from my old channel. It was really interesting going back and seeing some of how I thought and how I acted when I was like 10 years ago, like 14. I mean, some of them were older than that. Some of them were like 13, 14, 15 years old. So it was interesting to see how I've changed. But I wanted to log this part of my life, so when I'm a doctor in the future or doing whatever I end up doing, I can see back and look back and remember how it was to study for the MCAT and who I was here. But for you guys who are just watching me do my thing, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video so far. If you have any other ideas for future videos or something you'd like to see, something I can help you all out with as a behavioral scientist or just someone who's been able to get through school and done a lot of things in real estate and things like that, fitness and college, let me know. Let me see if I can get my cat in here for the outro. Wednesday. Gary, you want to say bye to everybody? Oh, there we go. Say bye. Say bye to everybody. There you go. Bye. See you guys in the next one. Oh, she's so cute.